All right, so we are going to talk about the big three, what I term the big three in composition. There are more, but these three I actually use interchangeably. One is Muse Score, that's what you're seeing over here. And then the other are Sibelius and Finale. So I use all three. One of the reasons that I go back and forth between the three is I do a lot of transcription for other clients, and other clients may have these three, one of the three of these programs, and so I tend to I want to know what their preference is, whether it's Muse Score or whether it's Sibelius or Finale. So I have also I have the Muse Score so I can quickly jot ideas down. And then Finale and Sibelius are more like the I would think the more professional option. Now, I will note that the Muse Score people have really outdone themselves in Muse Score 4 this time. Which is amazing. They did a whole Muse hub with Muse sounds that sound, like you're in the room with the choir or strings or whatever. It's amazing. So what I see in the near future is using basically Finale or Sibelius to do the notation and then exporting it to Muse Score for the sound purposes, because the sounds on Muse Score 4 compared to the other two are far above expectations. So, typically Muse Score is a free program. You go to musescore.org and you just download it. MS4 is what we're on. And then you could start, recording and writing music here. The other ones, Finale, they have come up with a new price model where if you do a trade up, it's like $99 or something. If you do, if you're a first time user, it's $300. They've lowered their prices down now. They used to be $500 or $600, but they've lowered their prices down now so that those of us who are not rolling in the dough can actually do composition. But yeah, and then Sibelius has always been high up there. It's a shame because I think they, compared to what the Muse Score sounds, the MS sounds like, Sibelius doesn't come even 1,000 miles close to the quality of the sound that I get on Muse Score with the Muse sounds. So that's why, at first I wanted to learn all three programs, just so that I am very versed in going back and forth between programs, because I do that a lot. In a later video, I will talk about this wonderful thing called Music XML. And that is where, that's actually the coding behind, or the code language behind the stabs and the note heads and everything else that you see. So, and Music XML has a certain code language. But the reason I'm bringing it up is basically I use Music XML to transfer a score from one piece of software to the other, and usually works really well. Sometimes the results are a little less favorable, but I do actually use I do actually bounce the files back and forth. So if you're just starting, I recommend Musescore 4 right off the bat. Number one, because it's free to just get started. Now, I'm not saying it's a beginner's program at all. I'm saying it's a way in the door to compose on the computer. And you get access to all the Muse sounds and all that stuff. And publishing your scores on musescore.com. That's another thing we'll go over in a later video. Also, Finale is, like I said, they've lowered the price model, but they're still expensive. So, I mean, if you do have Finale, you can use it. You do have Sibelius, you can use it. But you don't, I'm trying to say that you don't have to go out of your way to spend a bunch of money to start composing. You can start on Musescore and work your way up from there. And Musescore can do a lot of the things that Finale and Sibelius could do, and hey, they're free to download, so it's pretty much a no-brainer. But yeah, for beginning composers and people that are doing part writing for music theory and that stuff, I would definitely do Musescore, because on the surface it doesn't look really fancy, so you don't need a lot of bells and whistles, but it does have what you need to effectively write music and publish it. So I would definitely go that route. There are some others like Dorico and some other things like that. I haven't had experience with using them technically, so that's why I didn't cover them in this video. But those are your options. So be free, have fun, and I'll see you in the next video.